Straight black nigga with the mask on. Push my own lane, you can pass on. I'ma stay neutral when I shoot you, but I still got school. Take the teacher was a tool to get your ass on. Real kings worship real queens, nigga. Touch mine, I can make you lean, nigga. I don't need a couple magazines, nigga. Teach you like you stole something, nigga. Way out of line, you should chat. Make it make sense, all facts. I see you while you're rolling with the hoes. Probably in the mirror striking pose. Keep it YouTube, never person. Or call brick bodies, we got work for you. Let the boy know that I'm pissed off. Watch your tongue when your lips getting ripped off. I play in the game from the tip off. He's a lame nigga, had to get your chips crossed. Straight maneuvers, you catch a hip toss. Little pawn nigga, trying to be the big boss. Trying to be the big man, yo, that shit cost. You's a big boy, but it's the big boy. Talking about a massive for a friend. All bitch talk with a real man. The crown in the air for the taking down. You can fly high enough to take it down. I see a lot of kings, but I ain't crown. Niggas talk bitch when you make it sound. 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 Real talk bitch niggas. Why you niggas gotta talk out your ass out your asshole? I'm only hearing shit, no facts, bro. You niggas all gas, no Castro. Everybody can play off the team. You can catch a king straight out of pop. Let the queen stick to their own top. Yeah, I said it, boy, you was bitch talk. Squealing on your live like a bitch. Try the real path that the men been. Used to type the squad when the men been. Catch you on the live with a big boy. I'm like Simba, what the fuck you crying for? YouTube production, what's the next script? Next episode, nigga, next clip. Next logo, time, bitch. Follow me for directions through the bullshit. What? Watch how these snakes try to fall. In the middle of the game before the 4-4. And for what, a couple views and some like six. Niggas selling soul, mine's price like streets. Try and call me old, I'm a new truck. Already set the beat, find a new fighter. So I can bust back on your asshole. Straight bars, all living assholes. Try and call me old, I'm a new truck. Already set the beat, find a new so I can bust back on your asshole. Straight bars, all lyric assholes. The crown in the air for the taking down. You can fly high enough to take it down. I see a lot of kings, but a big crown. Niggas talk bitch when you make a sound. 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 Real talk bitch niggas, fuck clowns.
One more song and then we get started. We are not listening to you now. No. This is not what I clicked. Oh, and then it's gonna make it full screen at that. It's bound and determined to play back that ass up. I cannot.
All electronic devices should now be turned off and stowed as they may interfere with the aircraft
Hey
navigation.
everybody, Cam Brown,
Flying through the clouds like a 745. I ain't never coming down. I've been living in the sky. Still working for the town. Still working for my guys. Still working for my sis. Still showing what it's like flying high like an eagle. 745. I ain't never coming down. I've been living in the sky. Still working for the town. Still working for my guys. Still working for my sis. Still showing what it's like. Never let them see sweat. Flying high when the sun set. Flying in the jet. 50 miles. I ain't done yet. Where I'm going next. I don't know I'm on the path that was destined. Thinking about my past transgressions. I'm letting off steam through the ozone. Airplane mode for the cell phone. Just made it to another milestone. Digging through the clouds like they digging through the dirt. Sierra Leone, this is therapy. Apparently they been following parody, so I'm taking a stance of solidarity. I said I'm going far away, and I ain't looking back. Never the way I see it, I couldn't be regular. The audio peddler flying high when the sunset, flying in the jet, 50 miles ain't done yet. Where I'm going next, I don't know I'm on this path that was destined. I'm high, flying through the clouds on the 745. I ain't never coming down. I've been living in the sky, still working for the town, still working for my guys, still working for my set, still showing what it's like flying high like an eagle. 745, I ain't never coming down. I've been living in the sky, still working for the town, still working for my guys, still working for my set, still showing what it's like. Showing what it's like. I'm looking at the forecast, all I see is sunny skies, trying to get some more cash out of the situation. I'm flying high, this is a demonstration. I rise, see the look in my eyes. I ain't fake, my team gotta prevail. I'm saying I did it on my own, man. Nigga never held my hand. I'm deep in the thoughts. You already know my stance. I take flight sky high, shit, cause I don't land, and I don't even have no land to give. No wheels, I refuse to ride. Jet fuel for the fuselage. Just nationwide till I die. One time for my bros, all I see is translucent skies. But let me vibe now. Let me vibe. Yeah. Ride out.
This is one of my favorite songs.
Flying through the clouds like a 745. I ain't never coming down. I've been living in the sky. Still working for the town. Still working for my guys. Still working for my set. Still showing what it's like flying high like an eagle. 745. I ain't never coming down. I've been living in the sky. Still working for the town. Still working for my guys. Still working for my set. Still showing what it's like.
Please be sure your seatbelts are in the upright locked position. Your tray table is put away, and all carry-on
Okay, Queen Cashapp. See you later, love. Have a good night. Oh, Lord. That's figure 8. Okay, this is the last song. Babies became the national form. He's on the front page of my channel, Marcus said.
Yeah, big to the big T.
I told everybody don't take a rest break before we get started. So we go after the song.
Searching for class, I'm at my own now. Teacher take them to school, I teach the whole town. I'm expanding your mind, this is a new sound. To put the brand on that ass to cover new ground. Take position, get ready, but we don't need to shoot. Start to mention neutral, they coming off the middle. And yes, he's out of control, the booth is fireproof. Cause he be spitting the flames, I keep a fire fuse. And keep a shovel that's pointed to dig a deeper root. So I can tunnel your mind, and you some different fruit. Let me enter your mind, give you a different view. So we can keep it accord, I like to stand still. I like some energy shots, don't serve me more than 2. And still my Dutch is a child for my gorilla glue. It's like I'm overextended, but I ain't get a clue. But my extensions expand and give you bigger proof. You won't edit it out, I just proclaim the truth. You keep it real with yourself, they keep it real with you. You ever seen a shipwreck while that ocean blue? That's how it feels when I'm shark standing next to you.
Yeah, that. As we continue, yeah. Let your mind be the audience as we guide you through the venue. You know, let's get it. Yeah, do it. Back to back like this one time for the one time. Yeah, right out. Yeah, I figure it's time to hit the kill switch. Turn up another level, one time for the real shit. Wolf in the flesh, sacrifice time into to invest. Take it, it's time to advance the direction. Yes, reporting live from the upside of Dallas. I ain't got much, but I'm the king of my palace. I went from my low palace to learn the trades. I just wanted to challenge it. All the good times, moms told me to balance it. Life full of decisions, thinking which way should I move. Constantly dreaming, plotting and scheming, bounce back if I lose. I've been 1,000 miles. What did it look like if I was stopped? But I'm thinking, what would it look like if I kept what they thought? That's real talk for the wolves that blaze their own trail. Never needed a wolf pack, but the coalition is solid, getting their own bail. Old folk like, oh, here with your bad self. Well, I always knew you was talented. Out you said I wasn't amount to shit. You know I was playing out this bullshit. Oh, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Both speaking, let me take off. Let me take off. I can tell you your mind, just different fruit. Wolves on the up with the cheese, watching these young bulls do as they please. Wolves on the up for the cheese, watching these young bulls do as they please. So I can turn on your mind, teach you some different fruit. Let me enter your mind, give you a different view.
games tonight. It don't want to do right. I'm clicking on stuff. It ain't working. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? So I just got back in the house and I was like, nightly routine. Let me check Eugene. And showing up, because I was like, I'm surprised he ain't went live, talking about how the barbecue grill is the detriment to the black man and so on and so forth. So I go check Facebook where he been at, and he wasn't out. He wasn't out. And then some say, let me go check our IG. And I went and checked, and there he was in all his splendiferous, tacky Mitch Mac glory. Whoa, Lord. This is what I said in my mind. He looked like a melted bag of Skittles around this joint. But anyway, before we get into it, I don't know if y'all know or not, but the YouTuber Rudy P, I guess, got exposed for being a child molester when he was a child. Breeza, hey, I saw your video earlier on Nature Nut. Nature Boy is giving testimonies from hell. Next thing you know, he's gonna say he's God. Man, I cannot sit up and listen to him talking. All the motherfuckers start sounding the same after a while. Mm-hmm. Count the colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey! Man, you know what? You're chilling. Y'all done ruined Don't Disturb This groove for me. Because now I see Nature Boy dancing around in that blue light. We don't know yet, chilling. We finna start the video. I was trying to give people time to get in because it is 10:42 my time, but it is 11:42 you guys' time or East Coast time. So yeah, some people might not have been readily available. Mm-hmm. Hold on. What's her middle name again? Because I saw it. I don't want to say it wrong because then somebody will go back and say I was picking on her. You can't pick on folk with the truth, dog. Let me see. I moved everything today. It's something real. It's 8:42 in LA. See, I ain't worried about y'all because it's still early. I ain't with you. I ain't with you. Transrena, that's it. That's her middle name. And she can't say I'm lying. Her middle name is Transrena. Girl, you got that changed as soon as you was a legal adult. You should have went and got that changed, girly girl. But that's another story. Somebody gonna be here. Don't talk about. I'm talking about her middle name. I don't care what reason. Her grandma could have had that name. Her grandma should have changed that joint. Don't name nobody after me. Should have been her grandma's last words if that was her grandma's name. They named that child Transrena because at the time she was a child. She was a newborn. The Tasha Transrena. I don't know her maiden name. And it ain't doxing because she's a celebrity. But let's start in on Eugene. Hold on. They finna fall to God and try to take over where everybody else been at scamming and scheming. See, I came with them. Let's get started.
Blessings in abundance. The name of the game is to make sure that I get you out.
How can you say blessings in abundance with ashy chap cracked lips? I wanna know.
At least $100,000 to $300,000 in credit that you don't have to pay back. That's the goal. Let's make sure we get you 6 figures or more to make sure you don't have to pay it back through multiple.
This is like the cheapest of cheap shirts that you can buy. He in Miami, mind you. You know when you go to the beach, you have them stores that be selling t-shirts and shorts and stuff. Like that. Tacky shit like that. Oh.
Multiple venues. Is money being offered that you guys are not aware of? Because the people that you tend to listen to are not propagating this type of knowledge. Normally it's propaganda, normally it's rumors, normally it's gossip. Well, I'm telling you guys to prioritize. I'm not telling you don't look at comedy skits. I'm not telling you guys don't look up things about UFOs. I'm telling you guys to compartmentalize your time.
Compartmentalize. That's how you say it, compartmentalize. Because by now I know you watching, Eugene. You trying to step your game up. It ain't gonna work, baby. You dropped out in the 9th or was it 10th grade this week? Hey, let's take a poll. Is he gonna be dropped out in the 9th grade this week or the 10th? Polight, did you have an EIP perchance? Idiot savant.
Time and consecrate hours out your day to learn the type of information that can advance you and your family. That's what I'm talking about. So today,
wait a minute. I wasn't ready to start this shit yet. I was trying to hype myself up and shit, play some good music. You know it. Then he come on trying to sound words out and shit. looking like a Bug's Life on vacation. I cannot.
We're gonna have that strict bill. Like for instance, they got the ERC, the employee credit. You get as high as $26,500.
Hold on, we're gonna stop this shit. I was gonna do a video about this, but since we here, hey Google, what is an employee retention credit? The Employee Retention Credit, ERC, is a program created in response to the COVID-19 pandemic and economic shutdown, which incentivizes companies and small businesses with a refundable tax credit for maintaining their payroll during 2020 and 2021. So guess what that meant? Anybody that kept their business open, like they're already running business, would have been able to get a credit for every employee that they kept on payroll, i.e. working. Every employee they kept working, they got a tax credit for it. Totally different from the PPP loan. Totally different from a PPP loan. But let's see what dumb shit he got for us this time.
Person that's part of your business. Most of us, when it comes to business, we only have sole proprietor.
For all we know, he's sitting up here watching these videos, taking notes. ERC, every. See, we ain't even in lockdown status. ERC does not come back unless we are in lockdown status, dink. Think essential workers. I know I have to talk slow for you, Jane. Let's keep it going. See, this is why this is going to take way longer than an hour. Well, not way longer, but it's going to take more than an hour because I can't with him no more. I just don't even want to hear shit. I don't really. Can we not say we did?
That means like it's just us in business, even when we incorporate. We don't have no employees. That's insane. You should be making your homeboys, your homegirls, your friends, your family. Those people should become your employees, even if they're not.
Now you heard that, right? We gonna pull this back one more time. You know I don't like repeating this bullshit. But now, listen, with what you know now, an ERC credit is for when the pandemic was when we were in lockdown status during the pandemic, for everybody that kept their businesses open, like the restaurant workers, the people driving, well, not really the people driving Uber because they missed the first wave. But those little businesses, the people that worked at Walmart, the grocery store, all that stuff that kept running even though we had to stay home, their companies got a credit for it. Now let's listen to what he got to say about it. He looked like he finna go steal.
Lessons in abundance. The name of the game is to make sure that I get you guys at least $100,000 to $300,000 in credit that you don't have to pay back.
Trying to make the
That's the
profit,
goal.
y'all.
Let's make sure we get you 6 figures or more to make sure you don't have to pay it back through multiple avenues, multiple venues. There's money being offered that you guys are not aware of because the people that you tend to listen to are not propagating this type of knowledge. Normally it's propaganda, normally it's rumors, normally it's gossip. Well, I'm telling you guys to prioritize. I'm not telling you don't look at comedy skits. I'm not telling you guys don't look up things about UFOs. I'm telling you guys to compartmentalize your time and consecrate hours out your day to learn the type of information that can advance you and your family. That's what I'm talking about. So today, we're going to have that strict.
It's unlimited. Why not just keep getting the gift to everybody?
You can get as high as $26,500 per each person that's part of your business. Most of us, when it comes to business, we only have sole proprietors. So
he got caught on November 1st.
It's just us in business, even when we incorporate. We don't have no employees. That's insane. You should be making your homeboys, your homegirls, your friends, your family. Those people should become your employees, even if they're not helping you per.
Okay, knowing what you know now, because look, they have quarters in the tax season. And businesses report during those quarters. So knowing what you know now, what do y'all think about what he just... I give you one word to describe what he just said. I got mine ready. But I'm going to give y'all a minute. And I'm going to give y'all one word to describe what he just said. I want to see how inventive y'all is. I put shit down and can't find it, and the whole time it be sitting there looking at me. Sometimes I feel old, and then sometimes I say, quit buying all this shit in the same color. There it is. Everybody should have a voice, but not everybody need to use theirs. Y'all ain't got one word? We gonna keep playing while y'all think about it. I ain't finna say mine yet.
I hope you understand what I'm saying. I save the rest of this information for my mentorship. Okay, so I will help you with that. We have a process or a service that we charge for our credit restoration. It costs $2,000 up front. It costs $2,000.
Look how his voice broke. $2,000. It's just credit restoration now? You ain't heated it up yet, huh?
And what we do, we send letters, affidavits, and compendiums to credit bureaus and financial institutions alike for the purposes of removing negative items off your report, adding positive items to your report, boosting your credit scores, and then leveraging your newly found credit disposition so that you meet the criteria to be approved for loans that you don't have to pay back, ranging anywhere from $100,000 to $300,000.
Hey, Polight, is that shit on your face? Still got shit on his face?
Also, you have the employee retention credit that just came back out. Well, that just came out because what happened is it was a reappropriation of funds, meaning your government officials were stealing. And so many people didn't get the PPP loans that they were supposed to get, and many people didn't get the EIDLs. All these different monies that was given out during the pandemic that was supposed to be given to small businesses and people struggling alike due to the conditions.
You ain't heard nothing yet. Hold on. Affidavits, dial girl, green card receipts, credit restoration microwaves, all that shit. All that at the Hotel Emporium run by Eugene.
Didn't get their money, and it's been proven in the Senate. So now, when the club gets shot up, they rename the club so nobody knows about the previous history.
It's not the same thing, Dink. It's not the same thing. They had the employee retention credit and the PPP loans running. And hey, chillin', what's the name of that other program? It was another one, wasn't it? But let's continue.
The shooting, and they lived apart. So the club has been shot up, and they giving out the monies all over again. So that's one set of money. Then there's the other set of money, okay, that based on your business history and how much employees you have, you can get $26,500 times each person of that business, including yourself.
I want to ask something. Right, chillin'. Okay, I'll tell y'all my word now. The word of the day is illegal. If you want to use more than one, illegal as hell. There you go. Teamwork make the dream work. Hey, Google, what is a green card receipt? Y'all try it. I ain't finna read about green cards. It didn't work, y'all.
You got to get into that information, employee retention credit. Now, a lot of you, and that's part of the mentorship. So when you join the $2,000 service for credit restoration, all you got to do is email me when you're ready. brotherpolite45@gmail.com. I'll send it right here. I'm about to throw a lot of information out here today, so stay in tune with me. brotherpolite45@gmail.com.
I know it's somebody out there like she keep pausing this shit. Just let it play. If you just want to hear it, you can go to his IG and listen to it right there. But I can't listen to it all the way through without stopping.
All right.
No, Biden told y'all finna say Biden told me that y'all could talk about it. I was looking through the news and I didn't read the whole article, but it said Biden was getting heckled, and his response to the heckling was what he said: "It's your right to be an idiot," or something along those lines. Let me see if I can find it. Everybody's entitled to be an idiot. Yeah, he is misbehaving. I just said, oh, the irony. Do tell. Everybody is entitled to be an idiot. I say, you know what, Darwinism is so bad right now. Let's keep it going.
And what happens is, they call me, the team called me yesterday. That's good to hear. So that's somebody that knows.
Yeah,
once you join our service, it costs $2,000. And what we do, when you pay your $2,000, we send letters and affidavits to credit bureaus and financial institutions alike for the purposes of removing negative items off your report. We add positive items to your report because sometimes you don't have enough credit history to be approved for 6 figures. So sometimes you got people with over 750 credit score. And I hate to say it's singular because you have several scores, but you have people that have over 750 credit score. And guess what happened?
No, you have 3 main credit companies: Experian, TransUnion. What is the other one? Equifax? Hold on, I can tell you in a second. Brain fart. Experian, TransUnion, and the other one. One more second. I was right, Equifax. Bam. So you have those 3, and then you have your FICO score. Now, they have different credit criteria for different things. So that's about 5 right there. It's like auto, home, and some other ones. Hold on, I'm waiting for Experian to load. Now I tell y'all, I messed around and clicked on something because it's being slapped. But you have those 3 credit companies, and then you have your FICO score. But what I learned when I just bought this house from my lovely mortgage lender, Heather. I was finna call that lady from Michelle for some reason, but her name was Heather. She gave me this nice little plaque that says "Welcome to our new home" or something like that. But anyway, what she told me is what they usually do. You have those 3 credit scores, right? All 3 of them gonna be different as hell. They ain't the same. They ain't never the same unless you done capped out on credit either way. But what they do is if one is substantially higher than the others, they take all 3 and they average them out. So when he says they have nothing to do with each other, he another liar. As she lives. Hey, Burt's Bees, if you want to do a YouTube channel, I'll endorse the hell out of y'all. I use chapstick all day. Anybody that's been watching this channel for any length of time, know I can use some chapstick on deck, and I do use Burt's sometimes.
They can't get nothing for it. They doing all the things playing by the books. You know why? Because they don't have enough data or enough history being trusted with credit, and they don't have enough items on there where they can leverage it so they can be approved for the black cards, be approved for those metal cards, be approved for loans.
No, the simple fact is they got tired of y'all fuckers, so what they did was they broke it down into criteria. The one is the home, and you have a home score. So they take into account your rental and mortgage history that hits your credit report. Then you have your auto, and it looks at your history of auto payments, and I'm assuming auto includes insurance, so it's gonna kick that in there too, and then so on and so forth. Oh yeah, they decided that if you have any medical debt on your credit report, you should soon be able to dispute that, because the government just passed something where they can't put your medical stuff on your credit report. Hope that helps somebody.
That's worth $250,000 and up. So our job is to add positive items to your report so we can leverage your newly found credit disposition so you can be approved, not just for any kind of loan, but loans that you don't have to pay back. And all I simply ask is for 10% on the back end because I'm the home.
You need to brush your tongue.
So yes, you gotta pay $2,000 up front. You email me at brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Your full name, your phone number when you're ready to spend your $2,000 and change your life. When you're ready to spend your $2,000 and get 6 figures. Here's another thing people need to know about. Many of you may say, well, I got bad credit, so who's going to trust me to build up my credit, or how soon can I build it up? I'm on a whole nother level with this. This is the X1. Okay, I'm into heavy metal. I know I'm in the hip hop community, but when it comes to credit, I'm into heavy metal. All right? This is from the Black Bank. We got to give them love. I got my Harriet Tubman right there. One United Bank, that's the biggest black bank in America. So I got 7 figures in the account. Shout out to my brother Kevin Cohey, who's the CEO of One United Bank. He's a really good brother. That's my man's. But yeah, shout out to Kev. But yeah, I love it. Bank black when you can. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. No cap. Get bank account, get your debit cards. But really, we talking about the evolution of money. My goal is to eventually get you guys to not use debit cards. That's my goal. My goal is to say stop using them. That's my goal.
You don't want nobody using credit cards, but then you want them to use this X1 card, which is basically a credit card on steroids. X1 card is built from the ground up to transform how you shop and spend. In free trials automatically with auto expiring virtual cards. You can do that there from Google, where you purchase half of the shit that you get. Cancel subscription payments in one click. You can do that on them damn sites. They just ask, are you sure? Spend anonymously without disclosing your personal information for those people that just have to have that chainsaw and shovel and that big bag of lime. Limits completely rethought. X1 card offers credit limits up to 5 times higher than traditional cards. Higher limits mean you can spend the same amount with lower utilization, which can boost your credit score. Based on current and future income, up to 5 times higher, increase automatically. Always earn 2 times points on every dollar spent. When you spend 15K plus in a year, earn 3x points on 3 times points on every dollar spent that entire year, and unlock 30 days of 4 times points for each friend you invite who gets the card. Okay, so it's basically the same stuff as a regular credit card, but you have to carry around that big ass box. If you're on the wait list, you will receive an email as soon as X1 is ready for you. We appreciate your patience. X1 is issued by Coastal Community Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to license from Visa USA Inc. Okay. Individual credit limits will vary by applicant and are subject to credit approval and underwriting. We cannot guarantee any specific credit limit, but most approved applications receive a limit higher than their current average line. Impact to your score may vary. Credit scores are determined by credit reporting bureaus and rely on a number of factors that we cannot predict. Increases of specific changes to your credit score are not guaranteed. Variable ARP based on credit worthiness. This ARP will vary with the market based on the prime rate. Okay then. Let's keep it moving.
There's a whole rationale behind it. You're talking about fintech solutions. Look up the word fintech. Okay? You're talking about mobile banking. You're talking about
Mrs. Fintech? Is that what the fuck? Excuse my language. Is that what Sparrow been hollering this whole time? Lord have mercy.
different opportunities
Close
and
enough.
venues that you can use to conduct transactions. It's a new world coming. So we're going to have a conversation another day about fintech solutions. So just take a note of that. But if you're being mentored by me, because part of my service is that you get a caseworker that caters to you specifically based on your interests and needs as far.
Here's where the thing comes in. It's a wait list for these, right? Meaning you can't just go and sign up for one. You have to be invited. But I believe I saw on here that you get something for every person that you invite.
I was building your credit up, and you gave me as your mentor so I could prepare you for the money that's coming in, because a lot of times people get the money and they misappropriate the funds because they have no business plan. You don't have to follow nothing that I say because I'm not a financial advisor. I dropped out of school 9th grade. I got no credentials when it comes to money other than.
And the other thing, how does it verify your income? X1 connects to users' bank accounts through Playt's API, PLAID, to gather data on their income patterns, which is why it's able to underwrite customers without needing a credit score. X1's waitlist has 500,000 people on it, and that was in July. So if he signed up, and it's a credit card, I think the reason I don't know why it has to be in that box. It's probably just to look edgy.
In the fact that I have a lot of money, which should be the only credential, right? Technically. But always double check any information I give out to you, because I'm not a financial advisor and I don't have no diplomas whatsoever. I didn't even go to no graduations. I haven't even gone to a friend's graduation. I've never been to a prom. So I have no credentials when it comes to finance. Okay, let me just say that for the record. All I have is my experience. So when I share information with you, I want you to still look it up. double check with a CPA, double check with an accountant, a financial advisor of some sort. But I have the right to share with you my experiences. So what I do as your mentor, I share with you a plethora of different experiences that I have, consisting of several investment opportunities. So when you get the money, you have that information at your disposal. You can peruse through that data. You can double check it. So when you get your money, you have a plan and a vision. So you can optimize that experience. Because when you get $250,000 messing with me, $200,000, $300,000 or more through my service inside of those 60 business days, 90 business days, you don't want to be stuck out there remembering the money that you had and somehow dissipated. Because believe me, no matter how large the money is, it can disappear very quickly. And even if it sounds like a lot of money, trust me, when you run through it, you realize it's not a lot. And you could be out here. I've seen people doing the right things with the money that
run
they
through
did,
people money
and
all
still
the
messing
time.
up because they didn't have a financial plan. So the goal is not to get over $200,000 and not know what to do with it when you get it. Again, you go to brotherpolite45@gmail.com when you're ready to spend $2,000 to get access to anywhere between 100 grand and 300 grand. But let's talk to you. Let's really have a conversation. This is the X1. Take a look at this card. I want you to know I'm only one out of 350,000 people on planet Earth that's one of the members of the smart credit card. This is the evolution of money. Smart credit card. When I stunt based on financial literacy. When I trick on women, I repair their credit. I don't buy.
Hold on. Deepak Rao and Siddharth Batra founded this, and it's backed by PayPal co-founder and founding COO David Sachs. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna look.
Red bottoms. I repair credit when I trick on women because my goal is to add value to whoever's around me. That's how I trick. I be in the club, yo, boo, what's your credit score? And I fix that. That's what I do. You compare that to the nigga who buy you a drink, and you see who they fuck with at the end of the day. Because my goal is to add value to people, okay? That's my goal. Add value to people. That's what I do, okay? So remember, you go to brotherpolite45@gmail.com. This is called the X1 for those of you that don't know. Have you guys ever heard of like Susu money or something like that, where a group of people put their money together, and when they all put their money together,
this ain't Susu. It's a simplified credit card. See, he trying to bring that shit back. But look, there's a $500,000 waiting list for this thing. But you get invited. So it's not how much money you make. It's who you know that can invite you. Hello, he friends with Floyd Mayweather. You better hope he ain't sitting up here taking these folks shit and falsifying it.
On a given day or month, on a given day out the month, like 10 people put their money together, and you get all 10 people's money.
It says Visa. How is it Susu when like three CEOs that founded 2 or 3 companies and a CEO in this company and a metalwork company, I believe, they all put their money in this. People done had these cards since 2020, and they just put $12 million into it last year. Man, you an idiot.
In order. So if like I'm the last one on the list, everybody keeps getting 10 people's money down the line. People call it many different things. Some people call it Susu, some people call it whatever. I'm talking to you about being able to do that with the credit card. I'm taking my top students, and what I'm doing when I realized
what you doing is inviting all of them and getting a bonus for inviting them, just like any other credit card, dumbass.
that they understand. When I know they can make conscionable decisions, when I know I can trust their predictability as a consumer.
I was finna say, I hope y'all ain't just been in the chat one.
Blessings and abundance. The name of the game is to make sure that I get you guys at least $100,000 to $300,000 in credit that you don't have to pay back. That's the goal. Let's make sure we get you 6 figures or more to make sure you don't have to pay it back through multiple avenues, multiple venues. There's money being offered that you guys are not aware of because the people that you tend to listen to are not propagating this type of knowledge. Normally it's propaganda, normally it's rumors, normally it's gossip. Well, I'm telling you guys to prioritize. I'm not telling you don't look at comedy skits. I'm not telling you guys don't look up things about UFOs. I'm telling you guys to compartmentalize your time and consecrate hours out your day to learn the type of information that can advance you and your family. That's what I'm talking about. So today, we're going to have that strict. Like, for instance, they got the ERC, the Employee Retention Credit. You get as high as $26,500 per each person that's part of your business. Most of us, when it comes to business, we only have sole proprietorship. So that means, like, it's just us in business, even when we incorporate. We don't have no employee. Maximize that experience, because when you get $250,000 messing with me, $200,000, $300,000 or more through my service inside of those 60 business days, 90 business days, you don't want to be stuck out there remembering the money that you had and somehow dissipated. Because believe me, no matter how large the money is, it can disappear very quickly. And even if it sounds like a lot of money, trust me, when you run through it, you realize it's not a lot. And you could be out here, I've seen people doing the right things with the money that they get and still mess it up because they didn't have a financial plan. So the goal is not to get over $200,000 and not know what to do with it when you get it. Again, you go to brotherpolite45@gmail.com. You're ready to spend $2,000 to get access to anywhere between $100 grand and $300 grand. But let's talk to you. Let's really have a conversation. This is the X1.
It ain't Chris.
Take a look at this card. I want you to know I'm only one out of 350,000 people on planet Earth that's one of their members.
It's got a $500,000 waiting list. $500,000
the evolution of money.
People waiting.
Smart credit card. When I stunt based on financial literacy. When I trick on women, I repair their credit. I don't buy red bottoms. I repair credit when I trick on women because my goal is to add value to whoever's around me. That's how I trick. I be in the club, yo, boo, what's your credit score? And I fix that. That's what I do. You compare that to the nigga who buy you a drink, and you see who they fuck with at the end of the day. Because my goal is to add value to people, okay? That's my goal. That's my goal. Add value to people. That's what I do.
Hold on. Okay. No annual fee, generous earnings structure, is 17 grams of stainless steel. It only has 40 retail partners for the rewards list. This includes airlines, a home sharing site, and plenty of everyday categories. But straight cash back is not an option. There's no credit check because they use the Polight API. Earn 2 points per dollar on every purchase. Earn 3 points per dollar for the year if you spend $15,000 or more. Let's keep it going.
Okay? So remember, you go to brotherpolite45@gmail.com. This is called the X1 for those of you that don't know. Have you guys ever heard of like Susu money or something like that where a group of people...
If you refer a friend who signs up for the card, you'll earn 4 points. Dang, I can't talk tonight. 4 points per dollar for a month. Okay, so the card hasn't technically launched yet. This is their way of drumming up interest in it. And you can only redeem your points with X1 partners.
Put their money together, and when they owe money together on a given day or month, on a given day of the month, like 10 people put their money together, and then you get all 10 people's money in order. So if like I'm the last one on the list, everybody keeps getting 10 people's money down the line, down the line, down the line. People call it many different things. Some people call it susu, some people call it whatever. I'm talking to you about being able to do that with the credit card. I'm taking my top students, and what I'm doing when I realize that they understand, when I know they can make conscionable decisions, when I know I can trust their predictability as a consumer, I sign them up under the credit, and then I have them be able to sign someone up under the credit. I'm on a whole nother world with this. And what we're talking about is that same thing but with credit, so everyone's credit score goes up simultaneously in real time. The reason why a smart credit card is good is because you can leverage your income to get credit opportunities, and your credit will grow faster than if you get a credit card based on credit opportunities. I said income instead of credit. What does that mean? If you got a pretty good income, you can get this credit card or a great income. That's one of the perks. It doesn't mean you got to have bad credit, but if you do have bad credit, you can use your income as a point of entry to get a smart credit card. And the reason why you want to use a smart credit card, you know, this credit card doesn't have no late fees. I say it again. I don't get late fees for this credit card. I don't get annual fees, year-to-year fees, year-to-year fees. I don't get foreign transaction fees from travel. No foreign transaction fees, no late fees, no annual fees. 2 times the points on every dollar.
Anybody can get one. All you gotta do is go fill out the.
And if you put somebody on 4 times the point on every dollar.
But you just on the waiting list.
But it's a smart credit card. And what I'm saying is, you may say, well, Polight, my credit trash and my income trash. Then I'll teach you the flu flam. The flu flam. How you choose your...
See that? He encouraging people to be felonious.
The flu flam is in. And I may not leave this video up after this, right? So you can pull your money out, the ATM, and go to the bank the next day and deposit it. Pull some of that money out the ATM again. Put it back into your account and deposit it. Why? Because certain bureaus' interpretation of what your deposits are month to month and how much activity took place in a month or on a month-to-month basis, that's what they consider to be income. If you was looking to get into a nice apartment, they want to see proof of income probably past 6 months, maybe to a year, maybe 3 months, depending. If you wanted to get a car, a good car, they might want to see your income for the last 2 months. This flu flam that I'm teaching you makes it appear that your income is higher than what it is. So you can make it look like you're averaging out to over 200 grand a year. Because what people are doing is interpreting the deposits and the overall amount of money that those deposits accumulate to on a month-to-month basis. And so when it's time to be approved of a home and you can't just rely on credit alone, or you definitely need to rely on income more, what's going to happen is they're going to look at those deposits and say, oh, you be making 15, 20 grand a month. You be making 30 grand a month. Now, we're not saying to do this to get yourself into situations you can't handle. We're saying sometimes that's just the difference for you to get into a situation you can handle. So in this particular instance, once you got your income looking like the criteria that's needed, you get a smart card. Maybe not this one in particular. This one, a little more tricky. But there's smart cards out there that you can use your income as leverage to build credit. And the smart cards build credit quicker than the credit cards that you're looking to build credit with.
They aren't based
quicker
on your
than the secure cards where you use your own money to build credit with. The smart cards are easier. So if you manipulate things in such a way to have it appear that you are making a certain amount of income, you can then get the smart card. And once that's in your possession, your credit going to go quicker than that of a regular credit card. I hope people understand what I'm saying. I might have to take this video down. They might take the video down.
Yeah,
I really say this kind of information for my mentorship because, yeah, this is legal, but then if everybody starts going crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is metal.
That is quite a pyramid scheme you got going there, Eugene. So you finally got off the wait list and got the card. And the first thing you want to do is get other people up under you so you can get that 3% back on the dollar. You're going to run it up as high as they're going to let you. Because you got invited by somebody that's got money. And you going to use them little younglings to sign up under you like a little pyramid scheme because you get 3 points instead of 2 for a year if you get somebody to sign up.
Let's
One more second. It's the 5th. And 5. Here we go.
Blessings and abundance. Name the games to make sure that I get you guys at least. Blessings and abundance. Name the games to make sure that I get you. To say, oh, you be making 15, 20 grand a month. You be making 30 grand a month. Comes in this beautiful box.
Yeah, because you using the deposits of people money you getting. Oh my, you telling on yourself? You telling on yourself. Keep telling you, Gene. Keep right on snitching. Dry snitching.
Okay.
On your damn self. It comes in a box. Ooh.
All right, but it's about heavy metal. And seeing is known, because people talk a lot of talk. Anyone can download some data, but can they show and prove? So I come from Brooklyn, and the guards used to always be like, show and prove, God. You got to know today's math, or you might get punched in your face for a false claimant, basically. So I like to show and prove whenever I'm talking my stuff. X1, there you go. You know, and this X1,
still on the side
like
of
I said,
hey,
it's masterful because, again, no late fees, no foreign transaction fees. Imagine having a credit card that doesn't give you late fees. That's boosting your credit faster than the credit cards that give you late fees. Like, you know, it's just, like, why is that even how, Sway? That's what it make you do. Say how, Sway? So it's always about putting people on to more opportunities to grow. But as far as the service that we provide, again, we charge $2,000. You email me your full name and your phone number when you're ready. That's just another jewel.
That, yeah, I'm doing good. That mofo right there. Remember that night him and Amunet was in that room and he pulled up talking about, see, I'm making money. I forget the site name, but that site. He done made a fake ass company. And he done hoodwinked the API. Ooh, Eugene going to jail. I'm gonna let this play and I'll be right back.
So if you have bad credit, but you have great income or good income, you still get in the credit game. And the smart card will build your credit.
I'll be right back.
Maybe not the X1. The X1 will definitely build your credit. a month.
I'm back.
Let me do a lower date. Let's say you got a credit limit of $2,000, but you make sure you use your card for your bills. People use their debit card for their bills. Why? People use their debit card for dinner. Why? People use their debit card for gas. Why? Because they told you got to use it 5 times and they won't charge you a fee for the bank account. You want to use your credit card as many times as possible, but make sure by the time the billing date comes, it's at 0. Because if I have a $2,000 limit, but I spent over $10,000 in a month off my card, but when they go check it out, I owe $0. I done 5 times my potential. That means they're gonna boost my credit so crazy because they're gonna be like, yo, I only gave son a $2,000 limit, and he managed to spend over $10,000 in a month. But then when we try to clip him, he ain't owe us nothing. In fact, always pay more, so they owe you. That's important for something called generally accepted accounting principles, or GAAP. If the credit card companies owe you, by the time you have to do their GAAP, it's on another level. Especially if you follow this trick or trade that I'm telling you. And so you got to remember there's 2 dates too. There's the snitch date, as I call it, and then there's the due date. There's always 2 dates on your credit card. The date that they tell you is not the date that really implicates you. The date that they don't tell you about is the date that gets you. So there's always 2 dates. There's the date that you know about that they tell you your credit card is due, and then there's the date where they report to the bureaus. So that's always 3 to 5 days apart. So what you do, call your credit card company today and ask them, oh, what's my due date? They'll tell you. They say, what's the reporting date? They'll tell you a different date.
If you go on the website,
That's
it tells you right there.
That causes you to have to pay based on the APR interest. If you follow what I tell you, you'll never have to pay interest again on the credit card. It'll be like you use it for free. Because let's say your due date is on the 1st of the month. And then you call them and find out, oh, the due date is on the 1st. And you say, so what's the reporting date? And they say, oh, the reporting date is on the 5th of the month. So once you pay on your due date, you say, well, I'm in the clear. I didn't pay my credit card bill on the 1st. So when you spend money on the 2nd or the 3rd, you have to accommodate for all the interest for the previous month. If you don't spend money by the time of that 5th on the reporting date, and you still owe 0 on the reporting date, then you never pay interest the whole time for using your credit card the whole month. Because the reporting date is when they say
we're doing
a thorough login of everything that you be doing.
You got to continue it.
So it'd be technically like you haven't used the card all month if you don't owe money on the reporting date. But they only tell you about the billing date. So if you think I'm bullshitting,
no, we don't.
Call them and find out there's 2 dates on your credit card. And realize the reporting date is the date that's the most important, but they only send you your billing date. These niggas are the frauds. You worried about me because of how dark I am and he dropped out of school and how come he knows this information? They're frauds.
We ain't worried about the fact that you dropped out of school. If you would have continued your education sometime or other, Negro, you don't have nothing in your name. You 39, 40, and you got your first credit card and you so happy. But the only reason you was able to get those credit cards was not because of you. Oh no. Because we all know you ain't got no damn money. You ain't go out like Sparrow and claim destitute at the court. But we know you struggling. Not struggling, but struggling. He looked like he lying right there. He looked a little desperate too. Like if you got too close to him, he'll have tangy sweat.
This shit is all fraudulent. And don't even get me started with the predatory lenders.
Nobody.
Because when I deal with people's credit, I see the same banks tripping them up. So now what I got to do now, I got to give all my students a list of the banks you want to stay free from for their predatory lending. And what that means is they give you a lot of game about opening up accounts, but then next thing you know, overdraft fees are crazy. So predatory lending is when they don't disclose to you all the hidden fees and the nuances behind surcharges. So, or the surcharges may be exponentially bigger than what they're supposed to be by industry standard. So they're clipping everybody and putting them into bad predicaments. I can give you one on the East Coast called Santander Bank. They're a predatory lender. Okay? They deal with predatory lending. You open up an account with them,
Hold on, did he say Santa Ana Bank? 2209. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's a court case with him.
But then next thing you know, overdraft fees are crazy. So predatory lending is when they don't disclose to you all the hidden fees and the nuances behind surcharges. So, or the surcharges may be exponentially bigger than what they're supposed to be by industry standard. So they're clipping everybody and putting them into bad predicaments. I can give you one on the East Coast called Santander Bank. They're a predatory lender. Okay? They deal with predatory lending. You open up an account with them, and you got all these interests on your card. Oh, you know who's a predatory lender? Anytime your bank tells you you got to swipe your debit card more than 5 times a month, you know they're predatory lending. Because now they're trying to charge you for not using your card as much when they know you should be building your credit. So how the hell can 5 or more times, if your bank tells you you need to use your debit card 5 or more times to stay in clear with them, otherwise they're going to charge you? Floof land. That's that fish market shit. Why do I have to be forced to use my debit card 5 or more times to satisfy the people that are in-housing my money? That's predatory lending. But I'm going to tell you, you got some banks asking you to swipe the card 12 to 15 times a month. You know you're not going to do that all the time. The average person whose income to expense ratio is compromised, who's kind of living check to check, ain't really swiping their card 15 damn times in a month. So the bank is automatically going to get fees for that. Okay? And you got these other banks with the overdraft fees. Like, no, now we'll allow you to overdraft your account $500. We'll allow you to overdraft your account $1,000 as if this is an amenity. Most likely, if my account is in overdraft, bitch, I probably won't even be able to take it out.
Yeah, but
anybody relying on using overdraft as an opportunity to access money most likely can't pay it back.
No, it's for instances where something may come out of your card unexpected and you don't have enough money to cover it. Then it'll overdraft you. It don't mean go out and take out the max. I know people do it, but that's not what it's for.
And then they're going to hit you with the $30 every time for every day that is an overdraft, or every time you use the overdraft, an extra $30, $35. That's them hustling. Let me tell you something else.
No, that's them jugging.
Car dealerships, right? As
it ain't them hustling, it's them jugging.
Inquiries.
Yeah,
don't you know 6 hard inquiries tells the financial bureaus that, or the credit bureaus, if you got 6 hard inquiries on your credit,
you know
they automatically presume you're going to go bankrupt within 5 years, 3 to 5 years. So you don't want to have hard inquiries on your credit, because say you get 1, you're down to 5. Now, when you're looking to be approved for a car, share this video too when you get it. Watch this. When you're looking to get approved for a car,
he's saying he's going to flim-flam the credit card.
The car salesman is one of the sleaziest people on planet Earth.
And you even
because they know a lot of shit that's going on. Some of them don't know. But that's benign. Let's get to it. When you go to apply to get a car, and they say we're going to run some inquiries, right, or inquiries, guess what they do? They don't send to one lender to see if you can get approved for the car. They don't send to 2 lenders to see if you get approved for a car.
They send to everybody.
If you were to check the amount of inquiries that dealership does when you go to see if you get a car, I've seen people's reports where they had 150 damn inquiries just for going to 4 or 5 different dealerships. What you don't know is this. They get a $20 commission for every
You didn't know that car salesmen got commissions, dummy? People been saying since cars was invented and they started selling used cars that car salesmen was shifted. What you're supposed to do is you get a pre-approved loan from your bank, and then you shop within your fucking budget.
Inquiry. Every time someone inquires about your credit. So the car salesman is like, hey, let's check to see if there's any lenders that can give you this vehicle. And what they do underhandedly is they'll tell you every 5 inquiries, it's $100 for them. Or more. Because they're getting paid per each application. So if they know, shit, it's hard for me to sell cars to niggas out here. Especially if I'm in the neighborhood, people don't got money for cars.
and they act like they don't
I'm
want to take the money
run
that
the
you
numbers
brought
up,
up there with you.
and
Walk
I'm
out.
gonna get so many inquiries that shit for one person you might be making $500, $600, $700, $800, maybe even $1,000 off of inquiries. 50, 20s is 1,000, right?
I learned that shit when I was what, 19, 20?
Between two people, let me inquire 50 fucking times. So they getting $1,000 and I sell them the car because they getting $20 for the application. And then you ain't, oh man, that dealership turned me down. Let me go another one. Nope. If you get turned down, find out why you got turned down. Communicate with LexisNexis spelled with I's. Communicate with Check System spelled with an X. Find out what's going on. Don't go somewhere else because you're most likely going to get turned down again too. And now what's going on is now.
You know what? When you get denied, they hand you a piece of paper telling you why you were denied. Did you know that? And if you go to a good dealership, they'll even give you a Carfax on the freaking car.
You got all these inquiries on your report, and everyone's making money except for you. And the other people are like, well, I'm going to go look for a job. And every time you look for a job, you don't realize the business is getting paid to inquire about your credit too. Everyone's getting paid. Almost anybody that inquires about your credit history is getting a fee for the application. And when the game is dirty like that, they don't give a hell about you. So guess what? You say, I'm looking to get a job to get some money. And what you don't even realize, when you're looking for a job to get some money, you don't realize the job is costing you money. Down the line, it's costing you credit. Because the more you apply for a job, if you apply for 10 jobs right now, probably 7 or 8 of them out of 10, that made so many inquiries about your credit that one day.
Those are soft inquiries that never even show on your credit report, and they don't change your credit report, dummy. It's a background check thing. Oh my gosh.
Made money off of it in 2 years.
So now you don't want people to work because
credit score is going to go down.
Don't apply for no job. Stick with the one you got.
Just trying to get a job, your credit score could go down. Yes. So now you gotta, before you go there, you gotta find out your family. You got to
throwing shit in it.
Hard checks or hard inquiries, or do you do soft inquiries? You gotta find out what they're doing. And if you, what's the criteria? What you need to know right now?
I'll never applied for
the credit
no
report
damn
when I'm
job
ready to see
and
if you guys
had
want to submit it. And this was just done as recent as what date. You gotta play the game right, because even applying for a job to destroy your credit, you out here like, I'm not lazy.
Back.
I just went out here and I took
applied for 15 jobs. It tells me, but it don't take no points.
And you immersed yourself about 15 times. And on top of it, you went to get you a car. And not even knowing that they're getting $20 or more per the application.
Boy,
see, this is no different from like how people performing C-sections is getting $15,000 or more dollars for unnatural births. But if it's a natural birth, they don't get no incentive. Only extra money if it's unnatural. This is like the legal aid who gets paid in advance.
That's because you have to have wisdom over feelings. Peace and welcome. Isn't that because you actually have to have the C-section and the doctor has to perform surgery on you? Like, he basically cutting you open. So he has to cut you open, cut the layer open above the baby. Then he has to cut through the womb and pull the baby out. Then he has to stitch all of those layers back together. Plus, don't forget the placenta. You know, so of course, C-section is going to cost more than a natural birth. And yes, it has been incentivized a bit. But what do doctors have to do with credit?
$10,000 if you plead guilty. But if you say you're innocent and he proves you're innocent, he doesn't get no extra money. The system pays him thousands of dollars more to say that you're guilty. But if he proves you're innocent, he doesn't get no money. So if he's behind in his rent, the next 10 homies most likely he's going to convince them to do the guilty plea.
And that's where the ethics come in at. So you sitting up here listing shit that shouldn't be happening as reasons. Boy, somebody should have slapped shit out of you a long time ago.
Women who don't have no business getting C-sections get C-sections. You know why? Because they don't give you a $30,000 advance to do.
You know, some women request them. A lot of women request them because they don't want to go through the pain of childbirth.
Natural birth. They only give you the $30,000 advance if it's unnatural. So a person behind the name,
you know, if your doctor tells you need a C-section with no medical reason behind it, you can always tell him, no, I want to do natural birth. Usually when you go in, they say, hi, Mom, what are you going to do? And thank you for coming.
They do 10 C-sections, they up $300,000. They split some of that change to get commission from Big Brother, and they out there and they pay their bills. Just think about the way the system works. Okay? So, it ain't no different in the dirty world of credit.
Yes, it is different from the dirty
I'm just
world
looking
of
to hit you on
credit.
scam.
These are human
A lot of
lives.
free game here, but again, if you want us to
like life
not
and
only
death
improve your
versus,
credit,
oh, I don't have any money.
items, not just remove and be on defense. Add positive items to your report. This is Rolls Royce Diaries.
Oh, he's so happy to be back in that AC. But he still looks sad.
Well, we in the perfect thing. A word from my sponsors. Hold on. Let's get a word from my sponsors. Let's get a word.
And he think he look good. He got them shoes
I like to
spikes
throw
on,
suicide.
y'all.
For the new people that's come in. For the new people coming in. That's all.
You gonna get enough from up Mayweather.
You know, Rolls Royce Diaries. I got ADHD, so, you know, from time to time, I might be in the middle of some shit and say some other stuff. But don't worry, I'm going to be right back at you. So I'm just hit my brain and say, yo, we need a word from our sponsors. This show is sponsored by Rolls Royce. Alright? This is sponsored by Rolls Royce. Real shit. But let's get back to what I'm saying. Suicide doors. Sheesh. Let's get back to what I'm saying. Alright? You know, this shit got a built-in chauffeur, alright?
You can't never make that damn button work. It don't matter which Rolls Royce on the first try.
Man. You know, and the reason I gotta do that, the reason I gotta have a word for our sponsors, so you know.
Turn around again so we can see that
this
shit
year,
on your
next
face.
Year, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, the drip is consistent. Okay? I like people to realize
like
my information is as consistent as my money is consistent.
Her simple age.
Never mind the $6,000 bag this year. Never mind the Rolls Royce car I'm sitting. What you keep in mind is that whatever I teach,
you got on olive green, red,
I can
yellow,
improve
pink,
from one year after the other. Get
white,
that X1 car.
Right.
I'm one of only 350,000 people.
I believe I see a little bit of orange. Brown. Did I say brown already? No,
let's get
black right there.
Mm-hmm. But the world and the way my mind works, we can build each other's credit simultaneously. So everybody that graduates top of the class.
No, because you know what? If you got 100 people, you would send them 100 people the invite instead of telling the 100, here, send the invite out. So you can get 3 points a year. No, you send everybody an invite so you get the 3 points a year. Mm-hmm.
I do the mentorship, building.
He came up with these 2 credit cards. He got a what was that? I don't remember the other one, but this week he's showing off the X1, and we have deduced that he must have got Mayweather to co-sign for the one and to send the invite for the other. It's either Mayweather or somebody, one of them other people around him that's got some money. Don't forget the white folk in Miami. Where he at right now? Miami.
You ready to get them access to the money? Hey, now that you know the game, sign you up, you sign someone else up. This is not no multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. This ain't me. This is me saying, hey, there's opportunities for us to all build credit simultaneously.
No, it's simultaneously. That's one. 2 is the card isn't a scam, but you are. You probably sitting up there and you done made some kind of fake business on the internet. This is my deduction from being 3/4 of a cybersecurity specialist. Okay? My deduction is they done done made this fake website, not website, but a company website. They done made this fake company website, and they make it seem like they have XYZ employees and stuff, right? And they turn around and use that, and since they already had it up and running, he used that to get, ooh, you going to jail. So you see, just like Nature Boy went fucking around in the suburbs of Atlanta and knew he ain't had no business down there doing that shit. Just like that. Just like that. 2-3 days later, oh, the police. Let's keep it rolling. We halfway through, family.
Simultaneously, where everybody's limit will just keep expanding simultaneously. Then we can pull off funds. Let me explain something to you about credit, because I know this is going over people's head. X1 card. Let me explain something to you about credit. Nobody really tells you this.
But
it's
hold
right
on.
good to me.
Wait a minute.
Nobody really says, yo, bro.
Last video, you said it was an AI card. Ain't no A nor no I in that card.
The reason why I work to get you credit cards, right? Like this, metal, heavy metal, that's what we deal with. This is another one. American Express metal.
Yeah, that's
metal
it.
Cards. Reason why I want you guys to get metal cards that have unlimited credit limits,
Well,
unlimited,
is she okay?
is because let's invest 100,000 each person. Let's invest 200,000 each person. Let's get 5 people invest 200,000 each, and let's get a property $1 million and put a hair salon in there and the bodega in there and the barbershop there or whatever. Like one of those little.
Are you listening, brother?
Mini
If
mall
so,
areas.
you need to hit me up.
Let's spend 500,000. Let's swipe the credit card with our unlimited limits, where we still can spend more money after we swipe. Let's 5 of us put up 100,000 on a swipe and go crazy. Like 10 of us do it, and 5 of us pay interest back to the other half. The other 5 keep the businesses in the stores. The other half get the investment back. Pay off the credit cards quicker than the first half.
That don't even
When you
make
get
no
unlimited
sense.
limits, you don't get unlimited credit card limits so you can spend $500 every month. Because anyone that knows anything knows this.
Look, the one card, the X1 card, doesn't have unlimited limits. It might give you 5 times what you get with a traditional credit card. That means if you could only afford $1,000 before on your credit card, you might get 5,000. He always
This is based when you get unlimited limits, you're supposed to spend what used to be unlimited amounts of money to you. Limited amounts to you, right? You don't get an unlimited limit, so you can spend $1,500 every month. This is one of the tricks of the trade, I'm telling you. When you get an unlimited limit, the goal is to blow the fucking card up. We're not on a shopping spree. No one's telling you get access to a credit card with an unlimited limit so you can invest in something that was out of reach and pay it back. That's what I would tell you to do. Because everybody's mindset is to be afraid of credit cards. My goal is to get you access not just to $300,000 for a loan you don't have to pay back, but to make sure you can get access to credit cards that are unlimited, or
if you don't have to pay it back, it's not a loan. You one of them people that say, hey, let me hold $20 and I'm going to pay you back on Friday. And Friday never comes.
credit cards that don't give you a late fee. Think about the science. Unlimited late fees, no foreign exchange fees. Think about credit cards, unlimited limits, credit cards, no late fees. What do you think people are doing with these kind of cards? Investing in things they definitely know they're going to make money with. They don't have the money for the definite.
A lot of them are running through that damn money and then just paying it back if they got the money.
Fucking messiah of this shit, man.
Trust fund babies.
This is what they do. You think all these people had $200,000 stashed under their mattress? No, they build their credit up to get access. to loans they don't got to pay back. They build their credit up to get access to credit cards that give them unlimited.
Why would you be stuffing money under your mattress if you got a banking account?
Limits. Unlimited limits. Credit cards that say
Limits
we
on
don't
that
even
ain't
charge you
unlimited.
late fees. Think about a credit card not charging you a
No,
late
the
fee and
Tink
giving you
Tink don't know
unlimited
about it
potential
all.
to swipe.
Them his first credit cards. He's so excited.
Why would you only spend $2,000 off that card? The fuck? You should be buying a food truck. You should be buying a parking lot. You should be buying a mini mall off a swipe or 3,
You should
4,
be
5
buying a
swipe.
face transplant.
Look.
I'm tired of looking at you. November can't get here soon enough.
Maybe you don't want to take the whole $500,000 hit. Get 5 of y'all. Let's build 5 of you guys credit to get unlimited limits. And that's how these cards work. If you keep messing around and only doing $1,200 swipes, they're going to give you a limit. I know what I'm talking about. This is what I do.
Know.
It's just 2 cards.
I ain't even worried about it no more.
The red.
I'm not.
Literally hit the rear view mirror on a little goofy bike. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
Hey, Levon.
X1.
Oh, Lord.
But get a smart card. May not be the original one. This is,
All you had
you don't know.
to
You
do
don't
was
mention this
come
one. I'm only one of 350,000 people with this, but I just seeing it's known. I like to show forth and prove what I'm talking about. You heard? I like to show forth and prove what I'm talking about. I don't like to play games. But yeah, why would you get an unlimited limit to spend a limited amount of money?
Your
See,
fingernails
so
dirty.
people are not really hip you onto the game the right way. You get the unlimited limit so you can invest properly. So my goal, I'm going to get you through the door. Stop just playing defense and removing negative items. I'm going to make sure you get positive items added to your report so you can be approved, so you can leverage the results from those positive items and you can win.
You know what he finna try to do is leverage that X1 card and invite y'all to join. But you know there's a 500,000 people waiting list, right, Eugene?
I'm going to make sure your income looks so super crazy that you're going to get your smart cards going as well. So you're going to be lit between not...
I'm going to make your income look super crazy. Now, Levon, it's just a different color one. He bad. I'm going to make your income look so crazy. He said he was going to flim-flam it. Where I come from, flim-flam is synonymous with illegal. Trying to get over.
You ain't got to worry about no late fees. You don't worry about no foreign transaction fee. Like, yo, just think about what I'm saying.
He is not you doing a paid endorsement. As far as I know, he is not connected in any form or fashion with any of the people that founded the X1 card. He just has one and wants to act like he has some inside information. So if you would like to, if you type in X1 credit card, you can go and put yourself on the waiting list to get one. I mean, the card don't sound too bad, except for I don't use most of the places that's on the rewards list, and you can't use the rewards points with anybody but them.
Think about it. You see that? Just think about it. Like, this is really lit.
They don't have the cheese.
You know, for people saying, hey, man, I'm trying to mess with you, but I don't know if it's really you. You see me freaking talking.
You want me?
This is me talking. BrotherPolight45gmail.com. This is my video. It's a live video. If you see an email there, you can email me your full name, your phone number, and say that you're ready. Please don't do this. When we call you, I did say I was ready, but I didn't know you was going to call me today. I really think you was going to call me like 2-3 weeks from now because that's when I was going to be ready. Don't do that. Don't waste other people's time that's in line because we only got X amount of time each day to talk to whomever.
Yeah, because
if
you
you're ready
ain't
to spend
got
your
to
$2,000
November 1st.
so we can remove negative items off your report, add positive items to your report, boost your credit scores, then leverage these results so you meet the criteria to not only be approved for loans that you don't have to pay back, loans that give you $26,500, loans that give you $100,000 to $300,000 that you don't have to pay back, but also so you get a caseworker that deals exclusively and immediately with your credit, and me as your mentor so I can prepare you for the money that's coming in. So you got a bomb strategy.
You know what he doing
You want to
right
have a strategy where
now? A flim.
it's like you get $200,000, you turn that into $2 million inside of a year and a half, 2 tops. A strategy where, okay, you might get a $150,000 loan you don't got to pay back. You might get a little $50,000 over here you ain't got to pay back. But we're also going to load you up on credit cards so you get your unlimited credit cards. We're also going to give you those smart cards so you don't have to have late fees and annual fees. We're going to put you in so many different positions you don't have to take from. You don't have to put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. So you yourself would be like 5 people you can rely on. We're turning you into 5 people you can rely on. Because one thing about this is the Matrix. This shit is all pseudo. They made up this concept of money. Like, their concept of money today is so pseudo. Like, if I go to Western Union right now and I choose to send money from Miami to New York, I don't know, it's going to be a little fee under $100. If I send money to Africa from Miami, okay, it's going to be hundreds of dollars. Is somebody carrying the money from Miami to Africa? Is someone shipping the money from Miami to... Isn't this shit electronic? So why are you charging me more money? Significant amounts of money for money to electronically appear in someone else's computer so they can cash out.
For the security
Shit's
around
fake.
those accounts.
If you get approved for a mortgage right now, you get approved for a $400,000 mortgage. Do they give you the money so you can buy the house? Or do they tell you just approved and you have the house? But then if you're behind in bills, they want you to give the physical money to get your house back.
Because there's this big stack of papers called a mortgage agreement that the mortgage lender goes through with you, and well, now they don't. They just basically throw you to the wolves. Heather was nice though. She sent videos with every step of the process. But yeah. It tells you how much your terms are, what you're paying, all this stuff. It breaks it down. Now it's up to you whether or not you read it. And it don't look like Eugene ever took the time to read it.
If I got approved of a loan to buy a house, I should get the $400,000 loan money so I can see it, so I can buy the house. But actually, the money's electronic and it never existed
see the money
until I start paying them month to month for the mortgage. My only real money is coming in the form of my labor when I make payments. And then they'll take away the physical house, even though they never even show me that the actual money existed that I got the house for.
Boy, you dumb. You dumb. So it has to be specific bills that you paid for the house with. You need to see every serial number on every note. Do
you understand what I'm saying? This shit fake. Put money in my hand. Let me see that it's real. So I do have to pay it back if I mess up. But you're paying back money that never existed. It was just electronic. It only started existing.
So you gonna lug around $400,000. Every time we know that money fake, you don't realize how heavy money really is. So if your house costs $400,000, you think the bank finna hand you $400,000 and say, If you got a loan for $400,000, they would drop it into your account. When you pull it out, ain't it real enough? Boy, stop.
It exists as much as money as you've been paying until you go into default.
But if you go into default, that means you're getting paid.
In order to learn the system, you gotta almost stay corrupt. You gotta be on some fish market shit to really understand how it works. You gotta become damn near corrupt mentally to understand how to work the system.
Yeah, everybody, let's listen to the man that has not worked a job, that has ever deposited a dime in his Social Security account.
Because it's just not real. In school, in math, sequential mathematics 1 to 6, you learn if there's 4 choices and you don't know the answer to the question, pick one. It's called process of elimination. And everyone taught you was smart. Don't leave that question unanswered. You're smart. Pick one. Then guess what happened? You learn SAT math. If you ever took an SAT math course, you find out it is actually dumb to pick amongst any number of choices if you don't really know the answer to any of them. So in SAT math, if you get an answer wrong, you get more penalty for getting an answer wrong than if you left it blank. And
that's because those are the rules of the SAT test, dummy. Those are the rules of the test. They would rather you leave it blank than get it wrong. If you get it wrong, they're going to penalize you. If you leave it blank, they won't penalize you because you might not have enough time. Because it's a time test.
That actually makes more sense. Because why the fuck you know I shouldn't even try. I'm not going to say I shouldn't try. I shouldn't give an answer to a question that I don't know. That actually makes sense. So in SAT math, if you don't know the answer to a question and you still put the answer there, you lose hella point.
SAT math, y'all. He done went and got some book from the store that say SAT math prep, meaning preparatory, meaning before the test. And now he think he know everything about math SATs. What about the English section?
So most people don't have high SAT scores because their brain has been fixated on this idea of process elimination.
No, most
take
people
an educated guess. But if you don't have the education, how can you take a pop guess?
SATs kick your ass.
That's an oxymoron. And
I saw
educated
shit in
guess.
there that I ain't never seen
If I had that
before when I
education,
was
what
in
would you guess?
college prep class.
So what the fuck you mean educated guess? That's like a short, tall person. That's like talking double. That's double talk. There is no educated guess. You either know or you don't know.
An educated guess is when you use things that you have. Like process of elimination. Well, this can't be right. You know, if it says something about a green container and in one of the answers it says something about a red container, or it says something dumb like the wall is blue, you know, just the wall is blue, or like I've had tests where it'd be like serious answers and then like Austin Powers. So I obviously know Austin Powers is not the answer. So it goes from 4 to 3. So if you can get it 1-1, meaning 2 left, if you can eliminate 2 and have 2 left over, then you can sit up there and debate those 2 and you have a 50-50 chance. Now, if you did it after 4, it wouldn't work like that.
You either have the education or you got to guess. There is no educated guess. And so after years of telling you, just pick one. That's a smart thing to do. Pick one of the choices, A, B, C, D, or E.
I mean, right or wrong.
Then you learn overnight. You got to take the SAT and you got to go against the program you had the whole time. So this is my analogy for how the credit system
I
works.
can do it too, but it makes sense when
Everything
I do
you
it.
thought made sense.
Oh wait,
Don't
I
make
forgot.
sense. Like,
Everybody
let's say you
should
pay your
have took
student
their
loan, right? Watch
pills.
this.
They headache pills.
If you owe student loan money
I did not take mine.
and you pay it off, you know your credit score go down every time you pay a debt. Every time you pay a debt off, your credit score go down. You know why?
No,
You got to tell the credit bureau, I don't want the credit for paying off a debt because I don't even want people to know I even owe somebody for so long.
Oh
So
my
after you pay a debt off,
gosh.
tell them you don't even want the record of it even existing that you even owed anyone. That's SAT math again. Because if they know, oh shit, you hype, you like, I owe them, but after 5 years, I finally paid it off. I owe them, but after 2 years, I finally paid it off. Niggas is like,
on your ass.
we don't trust a nigga because even though you're going to pay me, you're going to take mad longer to pay me. So which one's better? For people to not know you ever was in that situation, or for people to know at least you paid you back, but if you do pay you back, you'll pay you back dumb late. Who would you trust? Would you trust a nigga who
I think they
is
said
notorious for paying
ACTs
people back for paying
too.
them late? Or would you trust somebody more that they don't got no record of ever owing somebody money in the first place? Under negative circumstances and conditions.
It's worse to have no credit.
You see what I'm
than
saying?
bad
It's
credit.
SAT math all over again. So people don't know if you're paying off a debt that went into collections, if you paid it off to let the bureaus know you don't want it on your report, you have the right to say, now that I paid it off, please expunge it from the record. Because if you leave on your record that you finally paid the debt off, your score automatically goes down. I promise you this is a fact. I promise you. Go to brotherpolite45@gmail.com.
Nope.
Leave your full name and your phone number. See, I'm a nigga from the streets. I dealt with crackheads. Oh, my card is going to hit on the 15th, and they tell you anything just so they can get them some crack. I've dealt with the lowest of the lowest potential of our people.
And you acting like them right
So
now.
I know the food flan. I know the fish market shit. I know the crackhead shit.
But you started off by telling people.
So you owe.
He started off by telling. So is the flim flam a good or a bad thing? Because you started off by telling people that you was gonna flim flam the credit folk. You gonna flim flam the system to get all of them paid. Negro up here selling pipe dreams, and then got the nerve to come out his mouth by the crackhead. Do you run like one, Eugene?
$5,000 credit card debt, and they tell you, you know what, fuck it, we don't want all our money. If you just give us like $2,300, we'll remove it. Who does that? You know why they doing that?
Already
Because
charged it off
that
for their
originally were the
insurance.
creditor. The creditor sold their debt for about 5 or 10% to a third party, wrote that debt off on their taxes as a gift, got the money back that you never paid them, and now a third party knows, hey, I only paid like $300-400 for your $5,000 debt. That's why they can tell you, and then your $5,000 debt has surcharges and penalties, so the shit probably went up to 8 or 9 or 10. But they'll tell you, yo, we'll take $2,300. Crackhead shit. So you know that's illegal. So you don't have to pay the debt off if a third party is the one collecting, because you don't have to pay an arbitrary force or a third party. You only have the obligation to pay the creditor when the debt is extended. But if the creditor solicits the debt to a third party, if a third party collects, that means that the debt has expired. And if the debt expired, you're paying for something you don't have to pay. I don't know if that went over people's heads. You know, I be wilding.
He always trying to be funny style with folks.
Because whether you pay the $2,000 for our service to get access to anywhere between $100,000 to $300,000 and boost your credit, and we remove those firewalls that stop you from getting large lines of credit that you don't have to pay back, and get credit cards that have.
We got firewall stopping credit now, y'all. Firewall stopping credit. Somebody put that on the list.
No late fees? That's crazy. And seeing is knowing. I showed you. Seeing is knowing. Right?
Why
But
that wasn't
other
like
than
a J?
If you don't have the $2,000 for that, you got enough free information in this life that you can take and you can run with it. And that's the name of the game. The name of the game. Because this system is built on greed. And if you're greedy, you're going to become corrupt. And if you're corrupt, you compromise. And if you compromise, up is down and left becomes right. Everything's the complete opposite.
But
of what they tell
anyway,
you.
you spend you
And everything you think is the right thing to do is actually, look, you have the billing date and then there's a reporting date. Let's do a review of what we just discussed. There's a billing date and there's a reporting date. Oh, you want to get a car and they do an increase, but they're getting paid every time there's an increase. So they might be inquiring more times than it suffices to see if you can get a lender for the vehicle.
That's why you get a pre-approved credit
because they're
loan
getting
for
paid
your bank.
each application that's rendered.
Credit limit for
You see
your
what I'm saying?
vehicle from your bank. They don't run your credit. Did it go away? Oh, I hit something. Sorry, my bad. We was almost done.
Blessings and abundance. Name of the game is to make sure that
abundance,
this shit is fake and it's not real. I'm like, oh, you guys are basically Canal Street. You selling fake Gucci and fake Louis. I see what you're doing. And when police come, you get the blanket, you run down the block. That's what these bureaus and everybody doing. Is selling you fake Gucci. I'm telling you, this shit is a matrix. The problem is, the reason why so many of us fail in finance is because we're too logical. You kind of got to throw some of the logic away to understand the workings of the manipulation that's taking place. So your logic renders a lot of opportunities incompatible with reality. Because it really doesn't make sense the way the system is ran. Because the money is colorable, which means there's no standard measures of weights or gold and silver that backs the money's up. And this is solidified by way of House Joint Resolution March 9, 1933. Whole nother conversation. We're not even going to go there. So anyway, brotherpolight45@gmail.com. I hope you really enjoyed this messaging. I hope you really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I had a great time. Yes, we definitely empower our brothers and sisters from Canada. That's a whole fact. We definitely do. Wasn't even supposed to be on this long.
Bye.
How you feel about the info though? Your brother Polight45@gmail.com. Only hit us up. Only hit us up when you're ready. Oh shit, I gotta finish. I'm trying to talk about that. Yeah. Rolls Royce Diaries. I'm gonna jump back in the race with the stars, but you know, purple my favorite color. So you know. Rolls Royce Diaries, purple my favorite color. Oh, just watch the show again. Watch it again. But email us at brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Pride, optimism, love, integrity, talent, honesty, and trust. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. You leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to spend the $2,000 to get access to anywhere between $100,000 to $300,000 that you don't have to pay back, and other loan opportunities that you don't have to pay back. There's always gold in the crisis. Wherever there's a crisis, opportunities are abundant, but normally the only people that are made aware of these opportunities are people that already were given opportunities in the first place. But every now and then, you get a freedom fighter who doesn't deal with gossip, who's more focused on progression, wealth stewardship, that is to say, generational wealth. That's where we got to go with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just too easy. Like, I'm going to show you something. It's too easy. I got a Louis Vuitton bag and a Louis Vuitton bag. Hey, what's up, King?
Had that ugly ass bag with spikes on the back.
Hey, blessings in abundance. I appreciate it, King. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, yeah, contact your caseworker. But yeah, you know. Let me show you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, they probably. You see that green in the back? I thought I was just wearing a green hat for no reason. But that's light. But you might think it's only 20s, right? Hey, you won't believe. I'll show you how to turn credit into cash. For those of you who just want some cash. Cash still is dope. Cash still dope. But this is, the rest 50s,
Oh, you already
12,000 light. Little 12,000 light, but that's nothing. Don't worry, y'all. I got 2 SUVs across the street from you. Don't worry. I will never travel by myself.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
The kids.
I'm just saying, it's just too easy. I'm showing you this not to show off. I'm showing you this to just say,
boy, stop.
This is light. This money ain't shit. I value friendships and family way more. I'm just telling you that this is light. This is light work. This is light work. Like, no amount of cash can add up to what I show you with those cards. So you say, yo, don't just be showing all the money. If you dumb cards, nothing can compare. My shit is unlimited. I'm going to do a show where I show you 5 unlimited damn cards. I just want to carry all of them because we're finding this place. And I need something else. But yeah, we need to do that one day. We need to go on the crib and let's go do the 5 unlimited cards.
You think you went to Miami so you can fly? I think the folks that's looking for you can get to Miami.
And what color you want the cars to be?
If they wanted to. I ain't inciting no riot, and I ain't encouraging violence, but I have heard that
we supposed to play with this money. You heard? The biggest trick they ever played on us is to make us think that we can't access the opportunities that exist, and we believe in that shit so much that even other black people will be like, don't trust what you're saying, don't do it. Come on, we can't really get that kind of access. We start believing that we really can't pull this off. That's the greatest trick that's ever been played on us. But I'm here to show you this shit light. You know what I'm saying?
Happen when
It's
you
like
go to jail, if you go to jail.
buying a big ass building, rental properties. I came out here to swipe my card at another rental property. Then after this, I'm going back to Los Cabos, Mexico, to swipe my card for a property $15,000 in Los Cabos. Real talk, this shit light. You feel me? Then with my cash, I'm buying a painting that's like 600 bands. And you might be like, what? I know the term credit cash. And there's a reason for that. Why we're buying cash instead of credit. But I'm buying it because it's a tax shelter.
Boy, the cops getting kind of hard. What volume?
As long as the painting appraises for more money in the future, and it costs X amount of money, a nigga will rob your crib and not even think to take the painting off the wall.
Nah, that's because they can't.
But if I leave $600,000 in the bank, it's subject to taxes at around 35% or 5% or more of that money has to be taken out. Do you understand what that is? That means I'm spending over $180,000.
So they just supposed to hold on to your money
on taxes for $600,000 being in their bank account. Okay? If we want to get technical, $210,000 plus. So $600,000 in the account is $210,000 going to taxes. But $600,000 on a painting that appraises for more money down the line, how much taxes is that? So long as it remains a painting, I ain't really got to worry about that. Then I got to worry about this bank account. So maybe a nigga might be buying Rolls Royces and expensive paintings because of the tax shelter.
You been sitting up there listening to what you call?
I'm doing too much. Yeah, they'll fuck around and mute my videos and shit and make it where you can't share it. Let me stop. I hope you understood what I just said, though.
He's sitting up there hitting the mute button and then cutting the sound back on. What? Stop.
Because ain't nobody slow here. Replay it. You know what I'm saying? What you have to pay in taxes in an account, different if you buy it in photos. Credit into cash. It's a great conversation. Why would you do it? Why would you want to? Yeah. I be on my shit. Like, this is really not fake. That's why I say every year, look at my success. You know, he had said, yo, remember he had that one successful video, he was looking good. I'm lit everywhere I go. I remain lit all the time.
Now that last video, you look like you had
Polight45@gmail.com, your financial messiah, you heard? I love this. I love uplifting the people. I love when my people be like, yo, Polight, I got a brother that's from the money team. Floyd Mayweather, the money team. He's on the money team. We call him Pac. I call him Pac-Man. They call him Pac. Right? I'm not going to say how low his credit is, but what I'm going to say today is over 800. I spoke to him like 48 hours ago. Just check him on. Yeah, because Floyd the one told him come to me. I said, yo, what's your credit like? I said, yo, bro, I'm over 800 on the score right now. I'm like, damn, look how you've grown. Pause. Dude owns warehouses and everything. He designs the clothing for the money team, and he designs clothing for Brooklyn Nets and a whole bunch of other people. Like, I mean, he creates the clothing. He manufactures it, produces it, distributes it.
He ain't make what you got on, did he?
But he came to me. Floyd told him, yo, go talk to Polight. Now his credit is over 800. Could you even imagine your credit over 800? After working with me, and the thing is, I only supposed to deal with him for 3 months. I had him like a month and a half, but the thing is this. I kept the relationship like I do with everybody. So to be frank, if you fuck with me, I fuck with you. You entrust me to build you up, it's going to go beyond 3 months. Because I'm just with it. Because at the end of the day, for the power moves I be doing, I be taking 5 or 10 students and like, yo, let's pool our credit, not our funds. Let's pool our credit. And let's get that over there. And I want the small percent out of all of you. Because I'm going to just keep doing this with every group of 5 and every group of 10 people that I help build up. And we do a little quick power move without unlimited credit. You guys mind if I be y'all putting 50 grand up, so that's $250,000 for something, and I'll take the smallest percentage. I'll do 2.5%. I'll do 5 or 7%. Come on now. People don't even understand like how deep this goes. Like this shit get deep. Like what I'm on is it gets spooky. It get real spooky because, like I said, why would you get unlimited credit to swipe your card to make an $800 payment
for emergency?
Bitch, if I can spend $100,000 on my credit card, you better already know I'm not swiping for no $2,000 shit. I'm going for the big play. You just want to walk around with the glory of knowing you have that much money.
You ain't got no money. You generated.
It may not make sense. You're like, oh man, but that can mess your credit up. You gotta pay. Bro, your investment is gonna pay it back. No spell, you got Brother Polight to hook you back up if a few things go wrong. But anyway, thanks, man. You've been with me since 2017. My spiritual, I appreciate that. BrotherPolight45@gmail.com. Please share the video with whoever you can share with, as much as you can share with, to empower them. Share the video. That's the number one thing you can do for me that costs no money since I gave all this free information out. Like the video. Share the video and like the video so you can stop manipulating my algorithms. Share the video, like the video, and please only contact us when you are ready to make the $2,000 payment so we can remove negative items off your report, add positive items to your report, boost your credit scores, and leverage those results so that you made the criteria. When we add items to your report, we're doing that to make sure you meet the criteria because some of you don't have enough credibility or credit history. So when we add data to your report, we can leverage that data so that you get approved for loans that you otherwise wouldn't have been qualified for. And our goal is to make sure you get approved for the loans you don't have to pay back primarily. But we can help you get the loans you do have to pay back. But our goal is to make sure you don't got to pay them back. And whatever opportunities exist, as I will be your mentor during the process preparing you for the money before you get it. We got a caseworker that's going to deal with you exclusively and immediately dealing with your credit. You have a website that you'll be able to log into. Okay, where you can track your results and get notifications about the things that we're doing. How can you lose? That's why I got to charge more. Right now, $2,000. Damn it. Every time I'm supposed to boost it, I was supposed to stop the program because Cashapp didn't want to give me my little 10% on the back end. But I think the message went through and people are going to show more love and more respect. We'll see. But anyway, done. Email us, brotherpolite45@gmail.com. Let us know you're ready to spend your $2,000 to change your life. Done deal. Blessings and abundance. The name of the game is to make sure to spend your $2,000 to change your life. Done deal. Ball game. I love you guys. Blessings and abundance. Our mantra every time we get up, I'm too smart to be broke. And it costs way too much to be poor.
But not too
you already know.
End up in jail.
Rolls Royce Diaries.
He wearing them shoes with the spikes on them, y'all.
Rolls Royce Diaries. What they talking about? Talk to me nice. Hey, I know that the education ain't supposed to come in the personage of a dark-skinned brother wearing red bottom shoes and red bottom hats, Fenty glasses.
And look like the WB frog.
Rolls Royce Diaries, though. Anything's possible with Rolls Royce Diaries. We learn how to read through this matrix and take it to a whole nother level, right? I'm just a Brooklyn brother. Well, they hustling? I know how to hustle. I just had to figure it out because the technical science that they was teaching us in school has nothing to do with the real world, which the real world is the unreal world. So you got to unlearn what you learn. You got to throw away a lot of that trash that you learned because it's not even relevant to be able to thrive in society today. Yeah. So again, I'm not doing this to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I'm not doing this to undermine anybody's intelligence. I'm not doing this to make you feel sad about your situation. I do this. I want to speak for myself. I do this because I want people to feel the same excitement that I have, the same zealousness to wake up every day to help my family further progress. It's a beautiful thing. What I'm able to do for my family, I want you guys to experience the same energy, knowing that it's unlimited. Knowing that it's just not a good birthday. Some of us, we just work real hard to just have a damn good birthday for the day. Some of us, we work real hard just to have a good Christmas. Fuck that Christmas at house. And, you know, I don't celebrate it,
Even
but I get it though.
tired of him.
I hope you understand the moral of the story is to make sure that we can be lit every damn day of the week, not just during holidays. The moral of the story is to go somewhere where you like what they have and you don't have to budget how much you got to spend, but you buy what the fuck you want. And you know, no matter what you buy, you bought everything you wanted, but you don't have to double back and say, damn, account took a hit. We may not be back till next year. We ain't never run out of no money. The goal is to make sure if you could vacate more than 1 week out of a whole year. That's the goal. All right? That's the goal. Blessings in abundance. Forward your full name and your phone number when you're ready to spend your $2,000. You get access to 300 grand, 200 grand, so forth, so on. That you don't got to pay back. Let us repair your credit. Let us boost your credit. Let us add positive items to your report. Let's get to it. We unlimited in potential. We might as well be unlimited in money. Blessings in abundance. The name of the game is to make sure that I get you guys at least 100 to 300,000.
It's over. Finally failed. Are y'all tired? Because I'm tired. I'm a little sleepy. Any final questions, thoughts, concerns, and then we're going to go ahead and end it. A little bit of music. It's late. Oops. Hey, Dino. Good night. So, no questions? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and close this out for the night. This is TripCTreehouse, where it's always slanging, and we're out.